Buck Chigwidden, look at him go. He's holding him at bay from Spin Dusty and Milestones, and Chigwidden, a double for Norton, wins it a length and a half on the line to Spin Dusty. Milestones into third, and then came Baran, well back Flying Cape, knocking up from Saratoga Boy. Upton didn't come into it, and the last one over the line was the red-faced Rat. Timmy Norton a double this afternoon aboard the Big Chestnut Chigwidden for trainer Terry Gillette, leading trainer here at Alice Springs. And Timmy Norton was aided by an inside alley. Joel Hallam aboard the favourite Flying Cape, happy to sit one off. And Timmy was happy to take the rail, and he moved up before the turn, and he moved away, and he let down nicely in the run to the line. Chigwidden, he's been improving type here since being transferred back to the centre after campaigning in Adelaide. Waiting for numbers to be confirmed. 197 go into the frame. Second goes to number 9. And that was Spin Dusty, running a mighty race at good odds. And third will go to 7 Milestones.
OK, so a nice win to Chigwidden. Taken on, but he just held the rails and was too good over the outside of Spin Dusty, and Milestones third. 197 after the running of the fourth.
Second Maverick in the first Midnight City. Now,
Hong Kong and won't race here, so she's got to turn around and find a couple of good horses.
Yeah, it's bad luck to have such a good one and then lose him, but that's the way it goes. Now, another good one, the Derby winner, the AJC Australian Derby winner, of course, Starcraft. He's back in light work.
Yeah, look, he had a fortnight.
Ben Cannell is the rider. Let's go back. He's talking with Rod right now.
Well, we're coming up to the Inglis Red Centre Classic, and one of the riders in the race is Ben Cornell. You're riding a horse called Canoth.
Yeah, that's right, Rod. I don't know how it got pushed through that name, but it did. But he should go well. Barrier 10 makes it a little bit tricky for him because he has led. His last start, we decided to take a sit on him, and he didn't cop the dirt that well, so we'll try and push forward and keep him out of the dirt today. Hopefully he can, win.
They can come from behind here, though.
They can, as long as they cop the dirt. Yeah, some don't cop it, some do, some love it. But majority of them are front runners what win on these tracks.
Fair enough. In race 7, you're riding Tasamba.
Tasamba, very smart horse from Victoria. Had the one run on the track. Just starting to get used to the surface. I think they might go a bit speedy for him today, but he'll improve on whatever he does today.
Well, let me come to the big one, the final race today, the 4X Gold Alice Springs Cup, and you're on Rockhound.
Yeah, Rockhound, like he's the war horse of the territory racing. 2,000, maybe a fraction too far, but he doesn't know the meaning of lying down, and he'll be there somewhere in the finish.
All right, you've got 3 good fighting chances.
Exactly.
And good luck with Canoth in the next.
Thank you.
Good on you. Ben Cornell, he's got 3 more to come here on Alice Springs Cup Day. Canoth in the upcoming race to Samba, and then he brushes home in the Cup on Rockhound.
Canoth, thank you, Rod, and good luck to Ben there in race 5 at Pioneer Park as we count down towards the last, the Cup. Fabio Paralo, Coochie, nothing in it for favouritism. Then Pick a Blue, Panzer, Star Groom, Alan's money's on. It's into 790. Here's Alan for the Doomben Dash.
So they're all in the stalls. We're ready to go. 1,030 metres the distance, and they will hike along here. Just waiting on the starting signal to be given. Coochie, the inside runner. Paralo's in 2. Star Groom's in 3. Sound like Ray Warren at the swimming. Anyway, they're all set. There's Coochie, Kylie Cunningham, inside gate, racing. And Coochie near the inside was one of the first to go. Star Groom began quickly. Paralo's driving through. There, a line of 3 at the first corner. Panzer goes to 4th, and then comes out Fabio, followed by Picker Blue, Jelena Blue, and Duda Hucklebuck. Down the side, 700 metres to go, and Paralo goes to the lead. Coochie's on the inside. Star Groom's trying to get over third, one away from the fence. Still trapped out deep, can't get in. Then Picker Blue on the inside of Panzer, followed by our Fabio, Jelena Blue, and Duda Hucklebuck as last of all. They're up to the bend, 450 to go. It's Coochie and Paralo leading. Star Groom 3 deep as they round the corner. Picker Blue's on the inside. Our Fabio's about to start a run, then Panzer. In the straight, Coochie is just the leader from Paralo. Star Groom limbing up on the outside. Our Fabio and Duda Hucklebuck, and Picker Blue's trying to get through. Inside the 100, Coochie, Star Groom, our Fabio and Duda Hucklebuck. Duda Hucklebuck is down the outside after Coochie. Coochie, Duda Hucklebuck, Coochie. Coochie has fallen in to beat Duda Hucklebuck. It's a photo third, our Fabio or Star Groom, Pickablue near the fence, and then Panzer Jelena Blue, and last home in the race was Paralo. Number 9, Coochie, ridden by Kylie Cunningham, has just got in here. I thought for a fleeting moment Duda Hucklebuck was going to blow them all away. He was the outsider of the field, or near enough to it, at $30 odd, but Coochie has been able to fight back on the inside and get home. Numbers here, 9, 4, 1 and 12 was fourth. Number 9, the winner, Coochie, Kylie Cunningham. 4, Duda Hucklebuck, Paul Hammersley. 1, our Fabio, Jim Byrne. And 12 was fourth, Star Groom, ridden by Michael Rod. OK, Coochie just gets home here in a close photo over the Ghostly Grey. The dividends, number 9, Coochie, is paid $4.10 and $1.60. Number 4, Duda Hucklebuck's paid $5.30. And 1 hour Fabio third has paid $1.60. The Quinella paid $94.60. The trifecta paid $476.50. And the first 4 on 9, 4, 1 and 12 has paid $2,882.60. Winner scored by a head, 3/4 of a length between second and third, a short neck to the fourth. The time 59.24, home and 34.15. 59.24, 34.15, a head, 3/4 and a short neck. Well, Alley in a field of 3, and he was 3 deep all the way outside the leader. Those other 2 on the inside just shunted him out there, so he's done a good job to finish 4th. And Coochie led around the turn. Paralo had enough. Star Groom went up to tackle him, but was struggling after having the hard run. Pickablue tried to get off the fence, and then down the outside came Duda Hucklebuck, but Coochie...
Around here in the William Inglis Red Centre Classic. And the favourite is number 2, Our Last Resort. It's at $2.60. But let's get the late mail now from Rod and Mick Stumbles.
Well, we're shaping up to one of the features today. It's the William Inglis and Sons Red Centre Classic for 2-year-olds. And how do you see this, Mick?
Well, punters aren't too sure what to do, Rod. Our last resort, 1 start, 1 win. Pretty impressive on that occasion. The mail from the stable is it's pretty good and improved since. That was 1,100 metres, 1,200 a day. Jockey doesn't seem to think the extra 100 metres will be a problem. Shrewd ace, through wide, didn't have the best of runs last start, went 4th behind Our Last Resort. He's better drawn today and improved and expected to be hard to beat. Kanoth has drawn badly, but he's better than his last start effort. And the one they're keeping very safe in betting is the first starter, 21 Gun.
So it looks like we're shaping up to a pretty intriguing race.
It looks that way.
Hope we've sorted it out.
So do I.
Good on you. Mick Stumbles numbers for the William Inglis and Sons 2-year-old classic, 2, 4 and 1. Our Last Resort, and we've faced a few of those on racetracks, from 4 and 1.
Not much between them in the betting there. Our Last Resort at 270, and Shrewd Ace now at 280s. Had very good backing here. It was a good win, 2 starts back on this track. Our Last Resort looked good at its only win, only start rather on this track too, is by Spartacus, so it should be right up there with the early leaders. Now, David Bates rides Our Last Resort, and a short time ago caught up with Rod.
Well, one of the versatile members of the racing industry in the territory around Alice Springs is David Bates. You actually ride and train, David.
That's right, Rod.
Now, your next ride comes up in the Inglis Red Centre Classic, and you're riding for another trainer, Lynn Williams, on Our Last Resort.
Yeah, he's only had the 1 race start. He started here a couple of weeks back, led and won quite nicely. So 1,200 today, a little bit further, but he's only a baby. I think he'll go the extra 100 metres.
And then in race 6, you're riding one for yourself, Amber Style.
Yeah, one of my own mares. She's been very good to us. She's won 7 races up here. She probably doesn't tend to run her best here in Alice, but with the service fee and that involved with this race, we've brought her down to give her another crack at it.
Yeah, well, the winner actually gets a service to a glacier, isn't it?
Yeah, that's correct. It's quite a nice setup with the prize money and the service fee and everything involved.
Yeah. Tell me, as a trainer, are you hard on yourself as a jockey?
Oh, no, not really. I think it does make you more honest, though. You can't blame too many people.
You've got to take the blame. Yeah. Well, I certainly hope that you turn in 2 blameless rides.
No worries. Thanks, Rod.
Good on you, David. David Bates, he rides in the Inglis Red Centre Classic, Our Last Resort, and then in race 6, he's riding Amber Style.
Good luck to David there. It's unusual, isn't it? Training and riding, but he's on our last resort here. And he rides his own horse, Amber Style, in that Queen of the Desert Stakes, the next. They head to the start. Little money for the one. 240 about our last resort. And it's the fave, 370 Shrewd Ace. Support for Archut. 870 for Shirley's Boy. There's some of the big crowd there at Alice Springs. And some money for Indecent Exposure. 980 21 gun. Okay, there you go. That's a terrific crowd on Cup Day at the Alice. We'll take a break. We're back with more shortly on Sky.
Set Shirley's Boy drawn the inner, better drawn today. Might give cheek at big odds. But he looks happy with him, the starter. He's not going to hold him long. They're set to go for the Red Centre Classic. Gates fly back there racing. Pseudo Najar dipped and lost a lot of ground in the early part, and 21 gun not all that fast away. In the meantime, Crown Pilot, Our Last Resort, Canotha all pushing forward. Deep out on the track there too was, and going up out deep on the track there was looking like Shrewd Ace getting up into a handy spot with Leeches on settling down. Chart the one going up to about 5th from 21 gun, improving quickly from Sky Grey. Getting back there, Greet the Tsar. Back on the inside, Shirley's Boy from Indecent Exposure. Shrewd Ace got a mile out of it on settling down, and Pseudo Najar, after blowing the start, settles at the back. 600 to go, and Our Last Resort travelling. Runs down the side too in front of Crown Pilot. Leach has got the third from Canotha. Archart 5th, improving out deep on the track. Shirley's Boy the inside from 21 gun under pressure. Sky Grey well back with Indecent Exposure. Shrewd Ace a minute back. Pseudo Najar the inside from Greet the Tsar. 300 to go. The favourite Our Last Resort balances up for the running. Nicely clear. Two in front of Shirley's Boy running a race from Crown Pilot. Leach is down the outside with Archart. Pseudo Najar's made up plenty of ground, but inside the 150, Our Last Resort the leader. Here's Leeches and Archart trying to put in claims with Shirley's Boy late. It's Our Last Resort in front. He's stopping. Shirley's Boy's coming, but Our Last Resort gets into score. Wins the Red Centre Classic and wins it well. Ahead on the line of Shirley's Boy. Deep out, Leeches running into third, and Pseudo Najar did a great job after blowing the start from Archart. In behind those then was Shrewd Ace, never in the hunt from Sky Grey. Crown Pilot well back with Greet the Tsar. Back behind those, Indecent Exposure. Canoth knocking up, and 21 gun the last one home. Well, he was getting tired, Our Last Resort. When Bates asked for the supreme effort at the 200-metre mark, he did kick a little, but he didn't have a lot left. And Shirley's Boy, who was getting a lovely run just behind the speed, has popped out and made it interesting. But right on the line, it looked like Our Last Resort had a margin there. And we'll get that confirmed down the line from the judge. Our Last Resort, a winner here back on the 17th of April when leading throughout, has held on. The number goes into the...
And not a bad start.
There's the Divs Alice Springs and the 2-year-old to Our Last Resort and David Bates, 250-140 over Shirley's Boy and Leeches. Quinella, 1070, 302, the trifecta 2, 7 and 9. Racing well. Go down to Lady J, given a chance at 16, 11 Peaceful Honour. And big odds, the others there, apart from Rose of Quilla at 11. And then we get to some of the best back ones. Tismazing at 670, Victory Highway at $5. The others all at huge odds for this 7th event. And it's coming up in 13 minutes from now, the running of the integrated Doomben bracelet over the 2050. In the meantime, hope you're backing lots of winners and enjoying the coverage on this Monday. Back with more shortly on Sky.
And they're about to come up. In fact, they're coming up into the gates. And just whilst they're coming into the stalls, we've had a flood of different pronunciations for Gerald Ryan's horse that won at Doomben on Saturday, won the Richmond Grove Classic. It's been called Gallieni, but we've spoken to the owner, and Gallieni, I think Graham said on Sunday. We've spoken to the owner in Perth, who has phoned the French embassy, and they tell me that this horse, or this person, was a French general. He took his troops in taxis to the front to fight in the First World War, and his official name, and this is what the horse has been named after, he's named after a man called Joseph Gallieni. So if there's any more improvements, would someone please kindly let me know, because at the moment, between Gallini and Gallieni, I haven't got a clue what he is. But they tell me the French embassy has given a ruling on his name, Gallieni, named after Joseph Gallieni, the French general. I'm sure someone else will have another pronunciation. We've got 3 more, another 3 won't hurt. OK, the integrated group bracelet handicap. I still think they're trying to work out whether it's Mackay Diva or Maccabee Diva, aren't they? It's won the Melbourne Cup and we can't work out what it's called, let alone poor old Gallieni. Now, they're all in the stalls, ready to go. Integrated group bracelet, 2,050 metres the distance, they're set to go. Good lead-up race towards the Roses later and then the Oaks, of course. All set to go. Beaujolais is standing up out wide on the track. They're all set to go. Rose of Queeler, Kerry Ann's Girl. Stand by for a start. They're about to break. Beaujolais stands well. Emerald Beauty just marked time. They're racing and Beaujolais began pretty well towards the outside and Munson's pretty keen to get on his bike on the early part. He's staking her up and she's going to come over. She will be the leader when they come down the straight the first time. Coming to the line, Beaujolais well away from the fences going to the lead. In second spot is Way Too Fast. Rose of Queeler going through on the inside of Hot Footing, followed then by Running Queen, which is deep to the turn out of the straight. So too is Purr and Pounce. Over on the inside behind those comes Peaceful Honour. It's settling on the inside of Delwood Dancer. A couple then to Kerry Ann's Girl. Tismazing's back on the rail. 3 Victory Highway from Emerald Beauty. Then comes Lady J and On Blue Bayou as last. In the back, 1,300 metres left to go. Beaujolais pricked the ears down the back straight and led by 2. In second spot is Way Too Fast. Rose of Queeler third on the fence. 2 to Hot Footing on the inside of Running Queen. Purr and Pounce can't get in. It's travelling 3 deep. On its inside is Peaceful Honour and Delwood Dancer splits them in the middle. Another 2.5 to Tismating on the inside of Kerry Ann's Girl. 2 lengths away, Lady J. A long way back on the field. Then came Emerald Beauty, which is on the outside of On Blue Bayou, and Victory Highway's gone back to last. Around the next corner, 800 to go. It's the favourite on top, Beaujolais. A length away Too Fast. Rose of Queeler third the fence. 2 to Purr and Pounce on the outside of Hot Footing. Delwood Dancer's about to go forward on the outside from Running Queen. Peaceful Honour's on the rails. Tismazing's trying to get off the fence and improve as they come down the side. Kerry Ann's Girl and Lady J's going forward, followed by Emerald Beauty on Blue Bayou, and Victory Highway still at the tail of the field. Beaujolais is the leader as they come around the bend, 350 to go. Out by a length and a half to Rose of Queeler, Purr and Pounce. Delwood Dancers pull at the outside, and then comes Kerry Ann's Girl, and Tismazing gets in the clear, and Victory Highway wider out. Rose of Queeler and Beaujolais lead at the 200. Hot Footing, Delwood Dancer, Tismazing, Victory Highway down the outside, but Beaujolais forward on. It's Beaujolais. Victory Highway's under the roses. It's Beaujolais in front, and Beaujolais beat Victory Highway. Third home, Peaceful Honour, and it's a photo fourth between Tismazing and Hot Footing. Then Rose of Queeler, Delwood Dancer, Lady J, Kerry Ann's Girl, Purr and Pounce, Emerald Beauty, Running Queen. A long way back is Way Too Fast, and last home in the race, On Blue Bayou. Number 1, Beaujolais, under siege in the straight, but pulled out plenty in the run of the post to win. Number 1, Beaujolais, to pay 230 and 150 is the winner. 13 second, Victory Highways finished wide out on the track, went very, very close. And third goes to number 8, and that is Peaceful Honour. The numbers are 1, 13, 8. 12 was fourth, and that was Tismazing. So the numbers are 1, 13, 8 and 12. Well, Beaujolais got tackled in the straight by Rose of Queeler, beat it off, hit the front, and then it was left to Victory Highway, who was last approaching the home turn, storming down the outside, but Beaujolais had about a half a length up its sleeve in the run of the post to win. Peaceful Honour third, Tismazing's run fourth, just in front of number 4, which is Hot Footing, and Rose of Queeler wouldn't be far away in 6th position. The dividends on the race: 1 Beaujolais, Chris Muntz to pay 230, 150. 13 Victory Highway, Kylie Cunningham pays 180. 8 third, Peaceful Honour, Brad Stewart pays $3.20. Number 12 was fourth, and that was Tismazing. We await the Quinella in the trifecta. Beaujolais, a 3-year-old bay filly by Thunder Gulch out of Abbotswood, trained by Gay Waterhouse and ridden by Chris Muntz. Did a good job, this filly. She drew near the outside. Muntz obviously had a game plan. We look at Yvonne Smith. She's been a great owner. They say a lucky owner, but gee, she's put some money into it, Yvonne. She deserves all she gets. She's had a great combination with Gay, with Assertive Lad, just to name one. And now this horse is going to take her. Restless is another one she's had. She's had some great success with Gay. They're a good combination, and congratulations to the pair of them. Second horse, Muntz obviously made up his mind he was going to lead. He didn't muck around from the 12 gate. Soon as it began, he dug her up. He went across the lead, then he controlled the tempo. She kicked strongly in the straight to win. She'll improve with that run under her belt, 2 going from the 1550 to the 2000. Victory Highway second. Gee, what a race. It ran back the last on the turn, came down the outside, and third in the race went to Peaceful Honour. It raced well, and fourth went to Tismazing, with which had its chance. Now, no sign of Quinella and Trifecta as yet. The time for the race and the margins aren't there either, so we won't delay from here. There she is, Beaujolais. Nice sort of filly, isn't she, by Thunder Gulch, out of a Sir Tristram mare. So she's bred to stay, isn't she? So when the races get, when she gets to the 1.5 miles of the Oaks, I don't think the distance is going to worry her at all. Quinella's paid $5.10. Trifecta paid $75.60. The first 4 on 1, 13, 8 and 12 pays $327.60. The daily double on numbers 9 and 1 pays $14 even. The treble today from Doomben, and the treble of 6 Mr Hoover, and then with 9 Coochie and now 1 Beaujolais, the treble has paid $83.50. Chris Muntz telling Yvonne how he rode to the horse to perfection, and he certainly did. A neck by a half length, 2:6.58 was the time, and they got home in 36.84. 2:6.58, 36.84, a neck a half length. You have the numbers, 1, 13, 8 and 12. They're official after the running of this year's bracelet.
Thanks, Al. Yeah, it was a terrific training performance by Gay and well-ridden Chris Muntz. Beaujolais. Alice Springs, small field coming up in race 6 on the card. Fillies and Mares Class 6 race over the 1200 and just the 7 to go around. Let's head back to the track to Rod and Mick for the late mail.
We're getting closer and closer to the Cup. Race 6 coming up, the Queen of the Desert Class 6. Mick Stumbles, how do you see it?
Well, the top way's a very solid, fancy Blue Venture, Rod. She's got plenty of speed. I'm just a little worried about the 1,200 metres for the type of odds that they're betting, so I went searching for a bit of a value with El Soroso. Pretty impressive win in Darwin last start, and my mail is that she's been working very well since she's been in Alice Springs. So I'll go for the value in tipping El Soroso to beat Blue Venture.
And what about the third?
What about the third? Good question, Rod. Number 5, Queen of the North. She's honest.
All right. OK, and Joel Hallam, of course, rides El Soroso, an apprentice with a lot of ability.
Yeah, very good rider, Joel, and he's down to 55. Very happy now that he's back in the territory, and that's where he's staying.
Good on you. Mick Stumbles. There it says for race 6, 3, 1 and 5, the tips, but El Soroso on top of Blue Venture and Queen of the North.
OK, good luck to Mick there. These tips, 3, 1 and 5. Blue Venture still favourite. El Soroso is into 460 now, then Queen of the North and Amber Style. Werribee, the previous there, was won by Après Ski, Nick Ryan. Song Time at Aquaspur, 20.30, 31.50, 4.72 was the trifecta there. And a first 4, that paid $9,080, no. It paid $2,694. Victorian Quaddie today has paid $6,410. 11, 3, 4 and 1, $6,410, and in New South Wales it has paid $9,084.50. $9,084.50 NSW. Moree, Fernie Desert, Mr. the rider of Blue Venture, local jocks Scott Leckie.
Well, back here at Alice Springs, we're coming up to race 6, and one of the riders in the race, Scott Leckie, a Darwin apprentice. Scott, you're riding Blue Venture.
Yeah, very good ride in the next race. She's a mare from Adelaide with Elwyn Trodengrove. I think she's going to be the class in the race there.
And a couple more to come. You're riding in race 7, Caligula.
Yeah, Steve, my boss, put me on him. Very happy to be riding him. I think he can go very, very well. He's got 2 starts on the track for 2 wins. So you can't get much better than that, so I'm very confident with him, yeah.
Well, Caligula was a mad Roman ruler. I hope this one's sensible.
Oh, no, he's pretty good, eh? Yeah.
And Scott, finally, you come into the 4X Gold Cup, and you're on Le Saint.
Yeah, I had a couple of offers in the Cup, and I chose Le Saint. Sheila Arnold, she's a very well trainer, and she'll have the horse very spot on, so I can only just hope for the best, and we've got to knock off Duchovny, so we can only try.
Good on you, mate. You can claim in the other races.
Yeah, I'll take off 2 off Blue Venture, and I'll just ride 54 on Caligula. Yep.
All right, mate. Well, good luck.
Thanks heaps for that. Thanks.
Scott Leckie there. He's got 3 more rides to come. He's riding Blue Venture in race 6. He rides Caligula in the 7th, and he thinks he's got a pretty good chance on Le Saint in the Cup.
Oh, they want to get on with it, some of them. A little edgy. They settle better. Set to go. Racing, caught him in a fair line favourite, clear last to leave the gates, Blue Venture. Amber Stole, Cherry Bay, On My Oath and Elsa Rosso all bounced out nicely, getting away handy. Queen of the North to settle just behind the speed, and Blue Venture after the ordinary getaway, quickly accelerating up to about midfield now on settling, and last of all Tons of Style. Cherry Bay got an easy lead settling down for Tim Norton at the 800 metre mark, moved a length clear from on the outside On My Oath. Queen of the North goes back to third, the leader's back, and Blue Venture fourth, 3 wide Elsa Rosso, a length back there now Amber Style, and Tons of Style the last one. Not a lot to report at the 600 metre mark, where Cherry Bay is the leader, a half in front of On My Oath. They're getting busy on it to get a bit closer to this leader. A length back to Queen of the North, getting a good run from Elsa Rosso. Blue Venture's looking for clear galloping room at the moment, needs a touch of luck, probably not travelling well enough for mine. Drop back sharply before the turn, and then Amber Style and Tons of Style running into the straight now. 2:20 left to go. Queen of the North got the inside passage quickly, went to the lead. On My Oath, Cherry Bay battling Elsa Rosso, Blue Venture. It's Queen of the North at the 100 metre mark, pulling out plenty. Elsa Rosso, On My Oath, can't do any better, and she's extending. Queen of the North goes on to score in soft fashion, 3 on the line. Second, Elsa Rosso, third On My Oath, and then Tons of Style. Blue Venture disappointed. Cherry Bay the early leader knocking up, and Amber Style the last one in. Too good, Queen of the North. Queen of the North, ridden by Paul Denton for trainer Anne-Marie White in Darwin, has had a couple of recent starts here at Pioneer Park. She got a great run in transit behind the speed.
Yeah, and proved too good for them. Queen of the North wins the Queen of the Desert Stakes. Elsa Rosso second, and On My Oath third, 5-3-4 after the running of race number 6. Now, in front of Elsa Rosso and On My Oath and P. Denton, the winning rider. $11.60 and $185 trifecta. Now, Diavolo was
to come in. It's been a tremendous weekend of racing to start the carnival here in Brisbane, and good win by Beaujolais in the Bracelet today, just beating Victory Highway, which ran a terrific race. There's Smart Chariot coming into the stalls now. And we're next Saturday, gee, the Sir Bernhardt Stakes, gee, isn't that going to be...
The Doomben Bracelet won by Beaujolais in a very, very game performance. Now, the second last at Alice Springs, Caligula, the favourite here at 280 in front of Scotro at 430. Earth Legend and Palace Lad for Greg Charles has had support too. Let's go back to the track, the late mail from Rod and Mick.
We're coming up to race 7 now. Mick, how do you see this?
Well, the big money's for Caligula, although the Brown stable burnt their fingers earlier with Flying Cape, showed a bit of pace and got tired, but very strong Caligula in this particular event, unbeaten on the track. The top weight Scotro, he's had 7 starts around here over the 1,000 for 5 wins. Very, very smart horse, badly drawn, but's got all the speed in the world. And one that I think will run a race at a bit of odds is number 9, Aspen Star. So they're my 3.
And Aspen Star, of course, has Simon Price on board.
Yeah, which will help, I think.
We need all the help we can get at this stage of the day.
I'm doing all right, Rod. You speak for yourself.
No, actually, yes, you've been right around the mark all day, Mick, and you've done a great job, but we've still got the Cup to go.
Yeah, we hope we can find...